It is like a finger pointing away to the moon.
Thinking is medieval. They are asking all the wrong questions.
I'm sure. Good luck on that subway ride home, you miserable, ugly f***ing wives.
People don't know what they want until you show it to them.
Trust me, I'm not driving a 7 Series without strippers.
I think I read Warren Buffett say something like that.
What?
Right.
Who's Warren Buffett?
All right, we're back.
A little bit of a hiatus.
2 weeks.
Something like that.
That's okay. I'm glad we came back, though.
We had a lot of, I had a lot of random things. Well, I didn't need to go anywhere, but I did go a lot of places.
Yeah, we had
So it's good to
some
be
technical
home.
issues, and then we went on a trip, and...
Yeah, we had a good marketing trip to Chicago.
Right, yes. We
Met
did
up with a lot of traders.
lots of business things that we did.
Yes. Also a Cubs game. That was very enjoyable that we, took some clients to.
Yes, we each took one client.
Yes. So, what's been going on in the market?
Yeah, that's I don't feel that bad, because I feel like nothing's been going on.
Just a slow bleed, kind of.
Crypto Twitter makes you think something's going on every day, but nothing's going on.
Right.
It's just like...
The sentiments...
It's high emotions every day.
The sentiments I see, the flipping... It's like at the heat of the bull run, we were just seeing alts go 100% of the time. We're like, what's next? I still have that
We still get those sometimes.
I don't want to miss it. But we're not going to. Nothing's going to do that. Everything's... A pump is 21%.
Axie did.
Axie is not like an altcoin. It's a successful game.
Sure, but it's still a coin.
That incentivizes the use of its coin to play.
Yeah.
Axie is very interesting.
Yeah.
So the only really thing I know about it was that it's an Ethereum-based game utilizing NFTs in a Pokemon-style monster. I believe it was breeding, trading, fighting, all that kind of stuff.
Wait, is that the card game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's what you were talking about. They were
Token game.
They're like kids in Asia that are getting sponsored by rich dudes to play Axie for them. That's crazy.
People are getting money, are getting funded to grind because I guess you earn Axie for being good at the game. So they give you an initial investment.
Is it P2P or is it
Yeah, no, I think it's PvP.
Okay.
So you build strong monsters, and I assume I'm assuming there's in-game stuff you can do, but they can't just print you money. That is the manager of my restaurant calling, and better text me.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I haven't jumped into it, but that's just been all over the timeline for 3 days.
I read the front page and a little bit about it because I don't remember who was talking about it that kind of piqued our interest, but I think somebody just posted a chart of it just going ham sandwich. I think it's INV, no, not INV, IVL in Viltrum or something like that is another play that I saw somebody drop. Because Gainsey was complaining about how he's like, I'm missing out on all the NFT plays.
Yeah, so I'm talking today about that.
That's because you're just angry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has enough money to start just buying. You just got to buy up NFTs. There's no NFT game. It's just you just buy them all.
Yeah, I think he wants it to what's the next NFT coin that I can get? Axie is probably what he's looking for, as opposed to
Actually,
I want some art.
Yeah,
I could see him. I don't want to talk shit. He seems funny, but I like how talking shit on him is generally accepted from everybody just because Kobe does it. Even though if we met him in person, I'd be like, hell yeah. But yeah, he just seems like one of those people who's a boomer about. It's this looks stupid. All NFTs look stupid. I don't understand.
Yeah,
which I also.
Yeah, I mean, I accept it in a way that I know I should accept it. It's not me personally. I don't really care. I would if it were the only reason I would buy an NFT is to flip it. I have no desire to own an NFT as far as a piece of art. But it's also I acknowledge I'm being a boomer about that.
Yeah, I feel for me, I guess maybe that is. I thought my take was the boomer take, which is I don't want something unless I can talk myself into having utility. And in my mind, utility is still virtual space stuff in my virtual space. But we're just so far away from that I think that's the only way that I can still feel early. I don't want to feel like I missed something, so it's oh, hey, if I prepare for the metaverse, or the Winklevisor, right, or whatever, and I have my own digital house, the stuff I put in there could be cool.
Yep. The secret bases in Pokemon Ruby.
Yes.
And Sapphire.
Yes. That's perfect example.
Like those, but open world and
everyone instead of a Groudon plushie, I literally have a Groudon in my house.
Yeah, one of one.
And you put it in your thing and you're just walking around. I was talking to I hit up I got a gamer group chat since I started playing Dragon Ball somewhat seriously, and I asked them if they heard about Axie, and I was just kind of didn't you guys as a kid play Pokemon wanting more than anything to be able to virtually be in that game and have your Pokemon like walking next to you, like your. I wanted that. That's why Pokemon Go was so interesting to me. Was that I loved like the half and half, but it's not
real world.
It's the AR, but it's just AR is just going to go in.
Yeah,
VR.
you can still cheat at that game. Like you still would like you could still like VPN your way around the globe with that game.
Certainly could.
Yeah, it was still a video game.
But that's the thing. It's like people would still pay for it, and it did cheapen it. Like you couldn't sell a Pokemon Go account for thousands and thousands of dollars, really. But
it is crazy seeing what some of these NFTs are going for now.
That's
Even in the bear market, it's like,
yeah,
bro, I saw a punk resell for like $600K yesterday.
the hell.
Like I don't. Oh, and did you see what happened? So, are you familiar with the funks, crypto funks?
I heard they got DMCA'd,
Well, they got delisted from OpenSea.
Right.
Also, yeah.
which was like I think DMCA is like
Yeah,
how they take
got
music
DMC.
down.
Yeah. So I didn't look into that part of it. I saw the owner tweeting about it, which he was like complaining. Which I was like, bro, you had to know this was coming.
I saw him complain,
Like-
but it was like an explanation of
Yeah.
he thought he got wronged. I assume.
I mean, come on, man. Like I get it if it was like it was a joke and it was funny, but you have to expect that. Like you straight up just stole someone's stuff, even if it's like it's a weird space. I get it, but still, like come on.
Everything's a ripoff of everything. He probably feels kind of singled out. I can understand the frustration, but
That was a straight up rip, though.
I was gonna say I think he copy and pasted the code, which is not the first time someone's done that. But
Yeah, I don't think even that's. The
I
problem.
heard, that it was like
I think it was just too blatant. But it was funny. I just saw like the CryptoFunks bot was tweeting all these funks that had sold right before it got delisted, and everyone was like, "Ooh, F's in the chat for all these guys.
Yikes.
Good luck selling these anywhere."
yikes. Well, maybe if that's
Which
the thing.
it could make them even more worth even more now.
I think that's kind of the problem.
You know what
is
I mean?
I heard a lot of stuff in the beginning about how like storage of NFTs are not as automatic as we assume they are. Like because whatever they got unlisted or taken off, do the people who bought them even still have them, or do they just have
Yeah,
like
they're in their MetaMask.
they have like a little redeemable? But what if? Is there a way that it wouldn't exist anymore?
No, it's on the blockchain. It's still in your MetaMask. Just because you display it on OpenSea doesn't mean it's not in your MetaMask. It's kind of like how you have LP tokens staked in a pool.
But I thought we talked about this like when the Beeple thing happened, that like someone was like, technically you can go in here and delete all of these lines of code, and even if you clicked on the Beeple NFT, it would just say image not available.
No,
like,
I think
have it on the
I think
chain.
you can alter the image of the code. You can't change the code. You can change what the image is.
Right, I'm saying not the blockchain part. I was saying it like where it.
Oh, I see
It
what
was
you're
like it was a storage issue.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you can make the image just say like image not available.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works with all of them.
I don't remember either, but I wonder if the people who got
Like-
because you would think they might be worth a lot.
That's what I was like. Maybe they're gonna be worth even more now that they're kind of like blacklisted. So like, I just don't know. Like my Doomcat isn't displayed anywhere; it's just in my wallet.
Yeah, well, it's displayed somewhere.
Yeah, but it's just but I mean, it's not like it's not in a gallery. It's not on OpenSea. It's not anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just in my wallet as the code.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the token.
Yeah. So I don't.
It's just a token address.
It's literally just an ETH token or an ERC20 token address or whatever.
721.
Or 721
right?
token address.
Yeah. Technicality.
So yeah, I don't really know how that stuff works. It's kind of weird. I feel like if an NFT isn't on OpenSea, it doesn't exist.
Right, because I mean, it's
Like, what are you gonna do with
supply
it?
and demand. That's what everyone's talking about, like illiquid things that you can't get rid of.
You can't sell it anywhere else, unless you just trust the transaction. So I don't know. I just thought that was funny that was the first time we've seen that happen. Which is honestly probably good for the space. Like that kind of legitimizes the space a little bit more.
Right, that you can't just pass anything by.
Yeah, because like what's stopping anyone from just stealing the Bored Ape Yacht Club?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, one of the really prestigious ones, which I guess Punk's was. Yeah, Jay-Z changed his profile picture with Punk.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Changed it to something else.
Oh, he's doing something cats, like
the
knockout cats
yeah.
or something like
and then,
that.
the previous CEO or somebody of T-Mobile was like tweeted it out, was like, we love the cats, and it made his profile picture of the cat. I don't know how all that happened, but it's like NFTs. I feel like NFTs are going to rule the bear market, and it's going to be really funny.
I think so, because it's at least something. But I'm sure they're just they make a Mike Tyson cat, and they're like, hey man, it's you. Here, this is yours. We'll send it to you. You want to be a part of the team?
Just get in touch with his marketing team and just like,
yeah.
I mean, there's legitimacy to that.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think the NFT has been like I don't even want to say of the bear market, but it has been the most recent story.
Of the downturn.
Yeah.
Well, because everyone's bored and everyone's just flipping NFT.
The people got sick of looking at charts, and it's like, give me a image,
Gamblers
please.
have to gamble. We're all too addicted. Like, we have to do something.
Yep.
And NFTs are fun. They look pretty and like, yeah.
Yeah.
Even my nephew's getting in on it. He's going to drop a little line or something.
I cannot wait.
They look really dope. So yeah, I mean, we'll shill those everywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm excited. It's just free money now. If you can sell them.
Yeah. I don't know how to make money on that. I still feel very lost in.
Oh, I can't make money in a sense of like buying and flipping them, but I'll get behind a project and just like help push it. And,
Okay, yeah, and then buy one and hope.
or just like, because it's you can sell these things like if you started an NFT project, you could sell them for $20 and then just hope the resale value ends up going up.
That
The
is
second layer market is huge. You just take 20% royalties of every transaction forever. So it's like you don't even have to sell them for a lot the first time around.
I'm cool with that, dude.
And
I'm so down with all the money being passive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give me ref links and referral
that's
fee
what happened
for-
to CryptoPunks. They just when did they come out? Like 2014.
Well, they're not.
15?
I know Kitties was the first one technically, right? Punks are.
I thought Punks were.
I know they're old.
But either way, they came out forever ago, and now they're like now in the last year they're selling for 6 figures. It's pretty crazy. You just never know what's gonna pop off, and it's easier to manage than a coin. You just fucking mint them and send them out into the world,
Right.
and hope something pops off. It's great.
Yeah, I assume stuff about the token because that's everybody right now. There's that, and then there's these. Everyone's still going for the yield farming plays.
There's the yield farm. I won't even say rugs, but just like super degens, like 4 quadrillion APR
Yeah.
APYs, are still popping up, and I don't see a lot of people getting rugged on them. I just like one of the group chats I'm in. They just always talk about like we're not getting in them unless there's like a stable coin attached to it or whatever, because that kills you every time.
Yeah, I know there's a couple. Elmo's the one that pops to mind. That gets a little deeper in it. But there was some. I think it was somebody else who posted. He's like, I got into this coin. It was actually Titan re-emerged.
Oh yeah, I saw
after
that.
all that, and they put out Ice, which I don't know, but it was the same type of thing. Yield farmer, you got their native token, and he went through the code, and he was like, right now their tokenomics look good. He's like, but look at this line of code, and it was literally like it gave the creator of the coin an ability to, like, if it was only his contract address, could just create this token out of nowhere. And so he's like, what? They showed he's like he could just make the new outstanding. What's the word I'm looking for? How many tokens are outstanding?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
supply.
yeah.
He could just like 100x of total supply in like a second. And it's like, so right now it looks good until they want to like
cash out.
So
Interesting.
I didn't really quite understand it, but I guess people are getting trickier about how they
rug.
Yeah, about how they rug and how they're trying to make things look legitimate. So be careful out there. I'm sure there's a way to do it where you can get in and then in 8 hours make your money back and bail.
I think that's what Bob and all them do.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob and Elmo and all them, they just do that.
I didn't even hear a Safe Dollar exploded.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't follow Safe Dollar much after that night.
Yeah.
I need to have money sitting aside on each chain, just waiting in the wings to do those plays. Because right now I don't do it, so I don't have that. So I just anytime I see a play, I'm like, it's too much trouble to get something over to Phantom. Like I don't want to do this. We just need to have money set aside on each chain to do like flip degen plays like this, and just get in for like 5 hours, then get out before we go to bed.
Yeah,
because like I get them in the group chat like once every couple of days, a new .finance, like, and it's always
there's some crazy numbers out there still.
Yeah, the one today was on Phantom, and everyone was like, "How the hell do you get on Phantom?"
That was Phantom.
Yeah, it was a Phantom pool. I still Phantom chain. I still don't know how to get on Phantom other than I guess just buying Boo on the site.
Yeah, actually, that's
something
question.
Someone said you could send it to and from Binance.
You can get FTM on Binance,
and you can send it off Binance. So yeah,
but then you send it to your MetaMask. But then that's what I did. I've added the Phantom chain to my MetaMask, and that's where I got lost.
I'll have to do. I think I can help because I went through all that when I did my BNB to my MetaMask. It's the same process.
Because I did the same thing. It was just
then you just switch between chains. You
gotta find the bridge. I think you still gotta bridge it.
I don't think you have to bridge it. I think you can just send straight from Binance to your MetaMask.
Oh yeah, I guess if it's FTM,
I'll look at it.
Maybe that was my issue. Maybe I couldn't get FTM the right way over.
But yeah, we just need to set some money aside and just jump in because I feel like that's all we can do in the bear market is that and just like play with NFTs. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, because Wex has significantly dropped.
Yeah, I don't just leave my money in it. I don't care.
I guess. It's not enough. Well, it's just down. It's the same classic mindset. It's down from where it was, so I don't want to...
Yeah. I
have way more like pool tokens, but it's worth way less.
Yeah, but also like if we think a bull market's coming back, all this stuff's going to go back up. I'm not...
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what if something was just a yield farm play? Like the APR isn't like clearly there was a tokenomics thing that was like either once a certain number of tokens are distributed or after a certain number of days passed, the APR plummeted.
I don't care as much about the APR going back up as the coin itself because then I can just pull out for the multiples that I would have as if the coin had never gone down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
But Wex is the great example. Like, what makes Wex go back up?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. That's
Like,
the problem. It's
if the only reason it was such a big deal was because it was listed as like the 3rd and 4th on Pancake Swap because it was one of the best yield farms. Yeah. But now if it's like 11 Finance and Walt are just kind of, I don't even know what the point of those are.
We'll see. I mean, I'm in enough of those like dumb plays where like we'll see if any of them work. I don't know.
Okay, so we recorded a bit of an episode that kind of got cut short. So apologies if we talk about something that we may have talked about. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't think we will.
I don't remember if we talked about Try Crypto. I really got no problem dropping this.
Yeah, go for
quote
it.
unquote alpha. But I put a good amount of my money into the Curve pool. Try Crypto, which is just Bitcoin, ETH, and USDC or USDT, I think, and you make like 10 to 30% on it, which for the 3 coins that I'm going to hold most of my stuff in anyway,
it's pretty good.
That's kind of what got me into it. Was I know I needed to rotate to majors, and I was just so panicked, excuse me, about selling for a loss that like I just had to do it all in one day. That was like, screw it, I have this much dollars here. This pool will make me more money in the meantime, so I don't care if my coin is down 70%. I just need like capital in here.
Yeah.
So I think Curve is the bridge, one of the things that's going to bridge like traditional banking too. So when you see that and you see
30% is still crazy.
Yeah, and like I think I'm starting at 10 and it has the range and I don't know how to get up the range. I don't know if it's time in the pool, which would be cool.
10 to 30, that's like literally what it says.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So you make USD and you make Curve, which is nice. So there's like a base fee of your dollars and then there's like a range fee for your Curve.
Is the 10% a total of both or like?
No, 10% is just the Curve payback. And then I make I think it's like 1.9 USD.
Oh, cool.
Something like that. So it's, it's nice.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is on the ETH chain, so until I have $2,000, it's not worth it, even recompounding.
Yeah, no, you just got to let it sit there.
But that at least makes me feel like I'm farming in something, and I saw some of like the bigger plays on crypto. It's like, do you think I should still play risky, or should I just put all my money in and try crypto and retire? And I was like, oh, I feel way better about what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, if I had enough money to do that, I would have definitely moved the money over by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on, if I'm in like one pre-sale play that I think is going to do well, and if that does well, like literally all of that money will just go to Curve. Like I'm done. Like all that I'm going to gamble has already been gambled. It's all floating out in the world, and if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Like I'm done gambling. All my money from now on goes straight into the big boys, and I just sit on my hands. So
I can't remember if I talked about this last time either. I up my recurring buys to do ETH and BTC. Just as like I'm
smart.
getting a steady paycheck. I know how much of it I can set aside. I don't want to be like, ooh, let me pull $2,000 off this to ape into this thing right now.
Yeah,
I like checking my Gemini, which I'm still getting from Gemini. I need to do FTX. It's just like the 10-day waiting period and all that stuff is so annoying. So I'm still on Gemini, but I like popping over there and being like, oh, I got a couple grand.
Yeah, just like extra.
Yeah, that I can I can move this ETH onto my MetaMask and do cool stuff with it. So.
I mean, that's what I'm doing for the next 2 years is just any money that goes into the market is just Bitcoin and ETH. I'm not buying any more alts. I'm done with all that. I've got enough money and all that shit. So until the next bull run comes and I know how to trade, I'm just sitting on my hands.
I'll go ahead and document. I'm trying to become a real boy and trade and swing trade a little bit.
Yeah, you've been doing that a little bit more lately.
Well, I've been trying. So I bought Bitcoin I had like a bunch of stable coins that I had like moved around chains, and put a couple grand in Bitcoin at 32.8.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went up when we were gone. It was in the 34s, and I set like a sell order for 34.8 something. And I was like, oh, cool. That's like, what, 8%, something like that? It's like, if I can do this, and we kind of like talked it out loud, which was like, it's probably going to go back up. I don't know if it'll 35, but it'll get close. And of course, I think it hit 34.6, something like that. Like, it got real close. Mm-hmm. And then went back down like while we were driving. And I was sitting there like, do I sell for like 3% or do I wait for the... So I was almost a real swing trader. Almost a real swing trader for one day.
That's funny.
And then, I got Luna at 761, and then that was up like mid-8s. I thought about that one.
Did you sell?
Thought it'd be a little higher. I did not sell. And then the only other play I'm in right now is Link. I was accruing Link in like the mid 18s, and I was like, oh, I'll just sell it for 25 in a couple weeks, and now it's in the 17s. So
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Link fading on the timeline lately. I don't know why.
I trust Colts.
Yeah.
Always trust Colts, and it's funny because
Yeah, and I trust the Link cult more than like an XRP cult. Like, it's different.
Oh, okay, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a different cult.
because like when DeFi, Chainlink God or whatever, that guy,
Yeah.
when he goes on a rant, it is an informed, very technical
Him and Bob are always
breakdown.
arguing, though.
Stuff. That is really funny. And Bob, I love that Bob only sounds really smart when he's doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's just like shit posting, and then he wants to get in like a technical fight, and he knows his stuff.
He tweeted today, he's like, I'm very close to owning every single cope in existence. Which made me feel really good, because we both own a decent
I
amount
was
of
gonna
cope.
say I capitulated on that a little bit to get in.
Yeah, but you still own a good
I
amount
still
of
got
it.
a lot of it. So yes.
That's one pool I'm not pulling out of is my cope. I'm just gonna
Yep.
let that shit ride until the next bull run. I don't care.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's like still 40% a year, so it's like whatever.
And I'll tell you, it's
Or
nice.
60%.
On the Soul Farm, you get the tulip rewards,
Yep,
and
I'm just letting those build.
Yeah, I'm selling right to USDC just because that's nice, like little play money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'd be. Yeah, I could put some tulip in the pool, but it'd be like $8 at a time. I'm like, screw it. I just want a couple $100 in case like I see a good opportunity. So I'm just trying to stay out of making myself make bad impulsive decisions.
Yeah. I'm playing it safe, because if I just play it safe for 2 years as opposed to like trying to risk it all and make it all in 3 months, like I'll probably a way higher chance I make it in these next 2 years than
We're still too many like multiples of 10 away from our retirement goal.
Yeah.
To try to make it all right now.
Yeah, we got to do it real methodically. We got to
Yeah.
do it the right way.
I am very interested to see. I mean, how everybody is. This is a stupid thing to say. Where the market goes, more so just because, like, of the recovery effort. I do think we're going to see, like, a depression narrative pushed, and I think we actually talked about this 2 weeks ago on the episode we didn't put out. And I'm starting to see it on the timeline that like, Tendies was talking about people screaming depression. It's mostly, I guess, because of the inflation. Oh, the inflation indicators I think came out today, and that's part of why, like the Dow was down. And I was like, well, I knew that was coming because the crypto market was down for the last 4 days. So I figured when markets open.
I mean, we've been crabbing in the 30s for 3 months. Are we really? I don't feel like we're never down or up right now.
We're slightly trending downwards in the crabness.
Sure, but like.
Because I think we're gonna scoop 20s again.
Yeah, as Kobe said today, probably 26.
Probably the next couple days, yeah. So
and then yeah, but he doesn't think it'll go lower than that.
Well, at that point, I should have just sold at break even just to try to snag in the 20s.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if I still don't think we're gonna start going up to October. That just seems to be the sentiment. So.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that, and I'm wondering. I do think that we're just going to keep kicking the can down the road, at least through the holiday season. I think that's probably why people say October. It's because at the end of the year, nobody cares about spending, like on a family level. You just normally see, like, that's where retailers make all their money. So I would hope that you would see, like, a general S&P bump and, like, a Bitcoin and ETH bump. I think 2022 is going to be a year of fear.
Yeah.
That leads to poor people. So there's like poor people, and then the middle class is now like lower middle class.
Yeah,
there really isn't like a middle class.
There's no upper middle class.
We're kind of middle class, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I would consider myself around there, which is, I don't know if that was the case a couple of years ago. But I think those people, which may be 60 to 70% of the country, are not going to grow their nest egg. Which no one's really been growing the nest egg for a while.
65% of the country lives paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, it's that.
That's insane.
It's crazy. That's that group.
Way higher than I thought.
And I mean, we are already seeing, anecdotally, the amount of homeless people I see have increased. And and you heard the stats about during the pandemic about like, they were trying to do, like eviction moratoriums and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just saw more tents, more people. And I just think that's going to get worse and worse. And I don't know what comes out of that except like complaining and fear and crying and stuff. So I just think we'll have a 2022 like first half, just everything seems really bad except rich people are still kind of making money. Everything's crabbing. They're buying up property or whatever. And then I still think that the reason we have not seen student loan forgiveness is because Biden needs 2 more wins to win, to have Kamala, whatever, win 2024.
2 more wins.
2 more wins. He needs to do a mass student loan forgiveness. He needs to give 1 more stimulus check.
Yeah.
But you can't do a stimulus check right now because we have to pretend like things are recovering. And he's telling Jay Powell.
Oh, yeah.
Not Biden. The people in the suits are telling these people to do these things. So, like, Jay Powell's coming out and being like, oh, V-shaped recovery and, like, inflation's a little bit worse, but we got it handled. And so I think we're going to coast on that for as long as we can. Something's going to happen. I don't know what it is. But Biden is going to be like, oh, you know what? Everything's slow. Let's do another check to people.
Yeah.
Or maybe, actually, it might be like, if you make less than this, you get another stimulus check.
Mm-hmm.
Which, talk about creating a divide. I think a lot of people will be mad about that.
Yeah, because the people just above that line are still going to be hurting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which is great.
Whatever that line is.
I'm fine. Do a stimulus check for like, because it already was a phase out.
I thought it was like $70K and above.
They kept changing the phase outs. They lowering it every time.
That's a pretty healthy line.
I'm kind of okay with it. If they do that, if they do student loan forgiveness based on income, I'm going to be very upset.
Because that would be absolutely insane.
I think that would be the dumbest
absolutely
thing.
Insane. That will make people flip the hell out.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be insane. I get the stimulus thing because like that's like a different. I get that.
Yeah.
But like everyone signed the same papers. Yeah. Like you can't do that. You cannot do that based on income.
And it's
so what are you saying? The people that, not to be rude, made the right decisions with their student loans get fucked, and the people that didn't.
I mean, that's
get
how it goes, bro. Like,
but like that's kind of it. That's such a slap in the face that like that's kind of ridiculous. That's a little too far.
I mean, the government has never been in the job of rewarding people who make good decisions.
Sure, yeah.
They are taken advantage of by people who are in a position to take advantage of them because they were smarter initially.
Yeah. Because like you're not in a position where it's like you can afford to pay your student loans, but also you have very expensive student loans.
Yeah, I don't
but
wanna.
Also you're in a position to pay them because you chose a good major and you got a good job. But you're still like half your bills would be gone if your student loans were gone.
Yes, an insane amount of money.
So like that would be not fair at all to someone like I'm sure there's a lot of people in your position where it's like, hey, that'd be nice. Like I actually picked a major that made me money.
Yeah, and like my life is still really expensive. Like,
yeah,
I make a little bit more than the average person my age, but it's still like everything's still expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't. I don't see them. If they're gonna forgive, they just need to forgive. It's gonna be so much money anyway.
Joey B, I promise, if you forgive all my student loans, I will pump the economy. I will buy Xboxes or whoever, American companies.
We're gonna move out of the country.
Xboxes,
we're not gonna pump the American economy.
I won't buy. Well, I'll still shop at Ray-Bans or whatever when I'm on. No more H&M because they're Swedish. Just give me a list, bro. I got you. You know, when you take SBA loans and all those PPP stuff, there is a checkbox on there that says, I will do everything within my power to only buy American products.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that really funny?
Yeah, I didn't read that.
We don't have the choice. We don't really have the choice most of the time. Like the industry,
how am I supposed to know?
The industry leader is presented to us almost always. Like every industry is pretty much a Coke Pepsi situation where there was a dominant force and then there was a second player and then there is a big group of Team Instinct yellows who were like, we make fun of
I never know who owns anything.
Everybody owns 7 companies on everything. That's that's those charts that you see.
It was like when I went to Cuba, they were like, it's technically against the law for Americans to shop or eat at any facilities that are sympathetic or run by the Cuban military. And I was like, how the fucking hell am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know what? It was like in bold letters on the paper when we were like getting off the plane. I was like, bro, I have no idea who owns what restaurants.
Not participating in, sympathetic to.
Or whatever that means.
That's
like they're like
so
so
vague.
don't eat at any restaurants that like the Cuban military. Sorry, I don't know what that means.
When I see that stuff, I'm like, that's a aim for a dart throw.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I need to pin somebody to a wall here. What have they done? And it's like, well, let's just make this rule really vague.
And we're
only going to enforce it when we need to make an example out of somebody. When we need to John McAfee somebody.
Yeah.
That is very funny, though. Sympathetic to. Excuse me, do you hate the government here? They're all right. Fuck you.
Go to jail.
I'm getting out of here.
Did you have anything else?
Did you see Kobe's Uniswap?
Yeah, I read half of it. I was distracted, but I don't exactly know what he was talking about. But
Kobe is so bored.
Yeah, he's really bored.
And I love it. I hope he's traveling a little more. I think Europe is still kind of locked
he
down.
hasn't been on up only in 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I think he's taking some time. I think he owns a castle.
He
said
definitely
something
owns a
about,
castle.
because he mentioned he's like, well, yeah, they're graded 1 through 4, and then their upkeep. And I was like, bro, okay, you've done way too much research into this. So this man is bored. I guess Uni had a governance protocol, which is like if you have Uni, you can vote for it, for like a DeFi education fund, which was just a Twitter account with a blank profile picture with 800 followers because of this protocol. I think that was like, hey, we're helping DeFi education. You should give us some money. And I guess they got like a lot of Uni, like thousands, tens of thousands of. And so Kobe wrote, I am putting forth a very important governance protocol that I need 500,000 Uni coins, and I will remove the follicles on my head. Like scientifically was like, somebody will shit. Yeah, and it is a like 9-page document of here's how it's going to go, and here's how the vote would work, and here's how my head is going to get shaved. Dude.
He's so bored.
He's clearly just like making a point, and all of his points like this are really good.
Yeah. And
I'm sure are over most people's heads, except the devs. Like, I like that he's pretty much just checking dev space.
Yep.
Like, you can't be that big and try to pull the wool over someone's eyes without him at least making fun of you. I just thought it was funny because it might pass. What if it passes?
He got to shave his head then.
He got to shave his head, and then he gets 500,000 Uni. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But I just thought that was funny that man, I was going to say needs a hobby, but I bet he's got some.
He probably, I mean, you can't escape crypto Twitter. You got to come back. So it's like he just can't escape it.
Yep.
He's got a shit post.
Yeah, because he was like, hey, somebody give me a TV show to watch.
Yep.
And I was like, go to the Balkans or the Bahamas or just like,
literally do anything.
Just go. Just
imagine being worth $500 million and being like, give me a TV show to watch. Like no hate, but I'm just like, come on, bro. Don't you want to go do anything else?
I envy it.
No, it's not even talking. I'm just like, that's just funny to me.
It is funny because
having that much money for so long.
We
is just
assume that when we get that much money, we wake up and apply private jet somewhere. We don't know where we are.
Bro, I will be in a different country every month. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like at least until I get bored. Then maybe I'll watch Rocket Power.
That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe after all that point, he's just like, I just want to go home and play video games.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I felt after these couple of trips. I got back from Vegas and was like ready to go. And then Chicago was just like, I've been gone for too long.
Yeah.
It just broke me.
I don't know, man. When I spent that 3 months in Asia, I was just like, this is good. I didn't want to come home. I was just like, this is good.
Very rarely do I not want to come home from a vacation.
Like, I very rarely do I want to. Like, I just enjoy being in other places. Like I like hotels. I like airports. I like that shit. I don't have like a homebody type vibe.
That's fair.
But I guess I could see Kobe having that, like, where he's just like, I don't know, I just want to sit on Twitter and surf Twitch and make people rich.
Yeah.
So
that was funny. I bet he thought that was a little self-serving at a certain point.
It was still the best thing that's happened in crypto Twitter, maybe in history.
So good.
Yeah.
That's bull run things though. Like,
yeah, it'll be back.
We got to get back to when we can throw them a couple $100 and we're like, hey, it's all right. Everyone's making money.
Shit was so funny.
That was really funny. I love that, like Meloen and Cameron and all that.
Yeah, they're all part of crypto
still
Twitter.
around.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've been going for like 40 minutes. Just
Dang,
some
for
long
real?
shorts. Yeah.
I just copy my sentiment about what's your guess for the next 12 months. I just like predictions.
Oh, just not a long or short, just like a...
Yeah, no, what, like, based on what I said, I know you're thinking October.
Yeah, I think we crabbed till October, and then I think we uptrend, and I feel a little differently about 2022. I think 2022 is going to be a bit of a bear. I mean, a bull for crypto. Now, I do agree that I think economically we're going to see some pretty implosive stuff, but I think what we're seeing now is purposeful suppression from like institutional investors. So I don't really think retail is going to matter that much as far as pumping the market. I think they'll follow suit after it starts pumping a little bit, but like I think we're gonna crab until October and then bull run again.
I guess that's true because it would be like a domino effect.
Here's the people as poor as we all get in America, we're still way richer than like a lot of countries. So it's like even if we're all during COVID, we had a bull run. Come on, we could bull run again.
Yeah.
During hard times, no one actually spends their money responsibly, so they're just gonna throw it into the market if they see it pumping. So like, yeah, I don't see like a potential recession or depression really affecting crypto in that way. People are not smart with their money in America. That's not going to change.
And you would think that like if inflation is going to keep being the buzzword, let's call it that.
That's just going to make people want to buy crypto more.
Yeah, I do. I think that as well. And I think a lot of people, you saw the thing about Apple bought $2.5 billion in crypto.
That was really funny.
Nobody knew. Like, I heard a lot of people being like, dude, like, I'm almost positive it's true. And then a couple people.
It was definitely a joke, yeah.
I guess it was a joke. It was really funny that, like, a lot of YouTube people ran with
Well,
it.
it's because it all started from it was like a joke on Twitter, and then it just took off.
Okay,
and
because
then,
I know Gordon,
yeah.
Gordon tweeted it out, and it got so much. Oh, it was so funny.
It was like super meta copy pasta at some point.
Yeah,
where it was just
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no.
But something like that,
But like that type of stuff's real. Like that's going to happen at some point, and it's just like I don't like at that point. Retail doesn't matter. The market's going up,
and it goes back to what Tendy said about how many of these places have it and haven't said it yet because they either want to get more or it's just not cool or they don't want to like answer questions about climate change.
They're not ready. Yeah.
So once if we see a little bit of momentum, like a little bit of volatility upwards, you could see a lot of these people coming out and being like, "Hey, by the way, we secured this at this," and then I think that's why you saw part of the 2020 run was like it just kept mounting on each other. Was like you saw those people buying, and it's like, fuck, I don't care if I'm paying a 300% premium to what it was 6 months ago. I need in the game.
Yep, and that's literally what everyone's gonna think. So yeah, I don't know. I just think we'll crab for a while. I'm still not worried at all. I don't think we're gonna.
I'm so cool with this. I just want to learn how to trade.
Yeah, I mean, I think you make enough money now. You could just keep doing your weekly buys, and like you're gonna be vibing in 2 years. It doesn't matter.
I guess
It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't even if I
got to be a little more clever because I have way less money.
If I get 10 Bitcoin somehow, and at 10x's, I still only get $1 million.
That's just your Bitcoin though.
But it's I need hundy X's.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bitcoin's gonna go to 500K minimum.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's not even. I'm pretty like as like goofy like YouTuber as it sounds. Like I'm pretty bullish on $1 million Bitcoin before this is all said and done. Like decade long. Scope.
I'm pretty much on board with that. Decade.
Yeah, so
is,
I'm just not like
10 years is a long time.
Sure, but I'm saying by then I don't. What my views of like quote retirement or like what I want in my life or like relaxation is not. I do not need $1 million to start that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have a number I need to hit to pay some things off, and then I can go live a life I want to live and keep accumulating. But it's not like $5 million. Like I'll get there. I'm fine with getting there in 10 years because it'll only take 2 or 3 years to get where I want to get.
I guess that's true. Like my retirement plan doesn't start until I hit my number.
Yeah,
which is high.
My retirement, I have like phases. It's like, oh, you can move to Thailand when you hit this number, and then you need to do this while you're there, and then you can hit this, and then at some point it's like, oh, now you have enough money to travel the world and like start a family. Yeah. But like I can't live my entire life in Nashville, Tennessee until that point hits. Like I just can't. That's just not my personality. So like I can't just like wait until the final.
Does everybody know we're
number.
from Nashville?
Yes.
Did we just self-dox?
No, we did it first episode.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter. Come see us.
No, don't.
Not at the house.
Yeah.
Just at the restaurants. And I'm not going to tell you what they're called.
Yeah.
Long and short?
Long and short. I'll start.
Do it.
Are you long or short? Give me in order. I kind of already know your answer is going to be, but it's fine. Are you longer or shorter on $1 New York thin pizza slices, like on the side of the road, just like traditionalized New York pizzas, or the super expensive Chicago deep dish pizzas?
New York pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Chicago pizza is a pasta that is good.
Okay.
And here's the problem: Gino Z's is not good. Giordano's is okay.
Giordano's is good.
It's pretty good. Lou Malnati's is by far the best of that group, in my opinion.
I thought you were a Chicago pizza bull, like as far as like
Lou Malnati's has a like in between, like a kind of a hand toss that's really good. But I like crunchy and bready.
Okay, so you just like the cheap ass New York pizzas.
Some of them are so good. Yeah. Like I love that. It's not cracker crust, but it's like I want some bread in there. The problem with the Chicago deep dish pizza is it's just like 60% tomato sauce, which is okay, but I don't.
I love them, man.
It's pretty good, but
I like New York better.
It's a pasta more so than it's a pizza.
Yeah, it's just lasagna with crust.
So like, I mean, the best example here is 5 Points. 5 Points pizza is it's
New York pizza, and
it's like ours. But ours is like, we try to have a really unique taste profile.
We should order one of those tonight.
5 Points? I'm so down with 5 Points.
Uber Eats?
I am
yes,
so down.
Everyone down with that? That's what we're doing tonight.
It doesn't have a ton of sauce, but it's got enough bread, but it's really crispy and delicious. So yeah, that is my ideal. And I assume it's just like the best food in New York is a mom and pop shop. Mm-hmm. You just like trust those places.
Or just like a pizza,
they know what they're doing.
A pizza truck.
Yes.
Anything like that.
The more hole in the wall, the better. Same thing with like Mexican food. Like if you want to go to a food truck.
Nashville taco trucks and shit.
Yes, you're going to find amazing Mexican food.
What do you got?
All right, long or short. Are you long or short our across the street neighbor respecting our property after the talking to I had to give her today?
She's going to ignore you.
She's going to ignore me.
She's going to absolutely ignore you.
It kind of went how I said, was like I was not super mean to her, but I was direct.
She has something. She's not gonna.
She is not even going to remember.
No.
The conversation.
Nor will she care.
I don't think so.
She's lived here longer than the neighborhood has been alive. She's definitely not going to care.
But she's also one of those people who like remembers everything. Like she has like ridiculous details that she was telling me about all of our neighbors. So it's like it's nice to have her on our side because she will call the cops when stuff goes down, and I don't want to.
I'm never mean to her.
Right.
But like
this was just a like, hey, please stop hanging around in my yard.
Yeah.
When my roommates and my tenants are like trying to be around and you're scaring the shit out of them bringing people in my yard. Yeah. So
she's not going to listen. No, nothing will change.
She will not. So she had a good like, oh, I was just sweeping up the stuff from my tree that fell into your stuff. I was sweeping it up like every day, every other day, even not during the fall. You're sweeping up stuff. I've seen you with a broom twice.
Yeah, I'm about to say I've never seen her sweep anything.
Yeah. No,
she just
never.
walks around.
So
she's a liar.
Yeah,
that's what she is.
That is exactly what it was. So I would just.
She's just lying.
When she was like, "Well, if you don't want me to do that anymore," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't." I was like, "You're not going to get me with this." Like,
all I see her do is just go stare in our backyard.
Like I know what it looks like. I was like, "Nope." Yeah, stop just being around. And then so
she just gets bored. She's just old and bored.
Man, I really hope I planted that seed hard enough to buy that dilapidated piece of shit.
Yeah, we're gonna bulldoze it.
Yes, the day it can't. It's a condemnable house.
God, dude, if you buy that house, we're gonna go in there and just have a day of just.
We get to destroy.
We'll just go in there and break the shit out of it. You know how fun that'll be.
Well,
like you just like do the thing where you pay $5 to go beat the fuck out of an old car.
We will
imagine doing that to a house for free.
We'll bring homies and be like, bring bats.
Do anything you want.
There will be a new species of like, it'll be like a gopher and a rat. And like a human, there'll be some subspecies of very powerful animal in the basement there that we're gonna have to fight like a fucking Dark Souls game.
I'm very excited.
That's what I'm terrified. But yeah, so hopefully she gets off of our shit and sells me the heaping pile of shit that is her house.
That'd be great. Are you long or short NFTs during the bear market, as far as like the hype train?
Hard to say because I don't know how long the bear market will go if this truly is one. I would say I'm long compared to like on a BTC chart. Like maybe not against USD, but I think it will hold value more because the FUD has already hit hard about the minting and the climate change stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's over.
Yeah, and it's already been poked holes in like, why is this thing better than this thing? Does it have any artistic value? Like I think all those questions have not really been answered, but they've been addressed. So I think people that are like, this is a cool part of the space, digital art, yada, yada, I think it will outperform Bitcoin if Bitcoin is in a downward crab formation.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I agree.
Which is good. This is a great, like, the utility works, the technology works. It's not just Bitcoin. Let's just do the things we've been doing, but better.
Yeah. With
technology front forward.
Yep.
That was never how we always just Jenga tower whatever we discover on top of the old ways of doing of things. This is a way to reset.
I like it.
I'm so down. All right, are you long and short? So let's say the Suns blow it. I don't think they will. I think they probably win it 4-1. If the Suns blow it, are you long and short on CP3 in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he'll be Hall of Fame.
Even if they lose, if he has no championships, one finals appearance, no championships.
He's Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I think it's already locked up.
I think basketball is the most lenient Hall of Fame.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. But everyone goes to the Hall of Fame in basketball.
If you have name recognition?
I've learned. If you know someone's name, they're going to the Hall of Fame.
You think James Harden's going to the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's so weird.
Literally anyone's name that you know in basketball is probably going to the Hall of Fame.
Chris Bosh?
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But like
he's in the Hall of Very Good.
But yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's like
I do.
All of those like top tier, like Dame Lillard's probably already locked it in.
That's so crazy.
You know, right?
He just
Everyone
has to not get
Hall of
hurt
Fame.
just to play a couple more years.
I don't even know if that like basketball's such a hype train sport. Like the fact that Dame's hit a couple crazy 3-point buzzer beaters isn't good enough to get him in the Hall. It's just like funny, which I like because it's like cool. You deserve it, I guess.
It is very interesting. I'll tell you, the only one that did that in football that really upset me was Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin is known as like one of the greatest receivers of all time. His numbers are not that impressive, and it was a different era. But if you put receivers in that had Michael Irvin's numbers, you get to people you've never heard of. And
so it was just because his name was.
It was just because he won so many Super Bowls with that Troy Aikman and Emmett Smith team that like he was part of the reason he was such a playmaker. Yada yada.
Yeah, I mean you got to take that into account.
I do think so, and it's just like basketball ran with that concept.
Yeah, basketball's a social media hype train, so it's just like
so interesting.
It's so funny.
Okay, because I wouldn't vote for him.
Cool. Yeah, I honestly probably would. I think Hall of Fame should be way stricter than it is, so I kind of agree. This is kind of similar to my last question. Are you long or short in the long term virtual real estate, or is it kind of something we're just like overthinking at the moment? You think it's actually going to be important in the future?
I think so.
As far as video games are concerned, obviously not important.
Yeah, well, because it's like Decentraland, like that type of
type of longer, like your sandbox, any of that shit. Like,
see, I wonder if there's an option that's like, oh, everybody just gets their own house. Like you have a virtual space. I'm sure there will be like, when you log on to your computer VR headset, you have like a landing screen that is your place, and you would think people would be able to access that. Like you shouldn't have to. Everybody shouldn't have to pay money to a certain platform to be able to play in the virtual space because there's going to be multiple competitors. And it's like, if you have a sandbox house and I have a Decentraland house and we can't visit each other's house, neither are going to survive, in my opinion. Unless one gets, I guess, adopted on some huge level. So I want to say long, but I don't know if it's how it is now.
Yeah, dude, the LOL DeFi flipped his 1.4 ETH land buy for 25 ETH.
Was that an Axie? What did he do?
I don't know where it was.
I thought it was an Axie, which I didn't even know.
Bro, this shit's so expensive.
The real estate, the Decentraland buys, the big ones that people are buying, like
40 ETH? That's a
40
house.
bucks. Yeah.
That's a real world house.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
You better already have a couple, or you better sell it, dog.
It's pretty crazy. Anyway, yeah,
I would like to see. I think it's a problem to be solved, and when the problem is solved, people involved will make a lot of money. So that's kind of where I'm basing that on. All right, long or short between these two, Axie or Punks?
That's
It's almost an impossible question.
Yeah, they're two different things.
Yeah, but they're both NFT plays, so I put them together.
Longer Axie.
Okay.
I'll say Punks for like they'll always be there and like they'll always be flipped. But I think at some point it's going to be more of like anytime a Punk is flipped, it's like Mega Whale going to Mega Whale. It's just a way rare event.
Okay.
Axie's going to be. I'm long Axie as far as like more everyday recognition and use and all that stuff. Punks will still be like a very luxury item that are flipped around.
Okay.
Because the floor on Punks is already so high. Like there's no way like I'm ever gonna want to buy a Punk.
I assumed that was just the top of the top, and that most of them are like $7.
No, dude, they're fucking high. Jeez, all of them are.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm longer on Axie as far as like actual utility and something we'll be talking about in 5 years.
Okay. Punks
will be our Mona Lisas that no one's buying.
I could see overall more money just because you have more users on the Axie.
Yeah, probably more money. Like if you could market cap it, probably more market cap.
Yeah.
Than a Punk, but like individual Punks are always going to be millions of dollars.
I'll tell you, I just want to put this out in the ether that we were texting today. Axie, for whatever reason, feels like Fortnite to me, which is like I heard the name and I knew it was coming up, and I was like, wow, it's apparently a really big deal, and I just kind of faded it for a bit, and then
people are still fading it.
People are still fading it.
I saw someone tweeting today. They were like, "I will short this until I go homeless. I hate this coin," and I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah,
because you didn't get in on it.
It just feels like something that's like, oh no, this is fun. Well, like, who cares what the coin is? This is a fun game that I can make money playing.
Yeah.
Or it's the same thing. Like, if Axie can develop into esports and you have these people create teams and give salaries, the entire game is going to explode. So it feels like something like that could be a cultural phenomenon quicker than I expected. And
I want to buy a bag of it. I
just don't know if you get the coin or if we start playing the game.
I'm not playing the game, but I will own the coin.
It was like buying.
The packs are so expensive.
Yeah, the cheapest monster is like $100.
I'm not gonna play that game. It'll be such a bad idea if I play that game.
That's the thing. I would get lost.
That's what I'm saying.
I played Pokemon Go for years.
I cannot start spending money on trading cards.
Yeah.
But I'll just hold the coin. But
okay. Well, somebody
I think
tweeted.
I think it's gonna be huge.
Someone's like, I think Axie is cooked, and I looked just up 21% today. I was like, all right.
Axie is not cooked.
It had one big red candle.
Suyash tweeted. He was like, the smartest trader I know said Axie hadn't even gone parabolic yet.
Jeez. Okay.
I was like, all right.
He says so. Suyash getting the Loom Dart shout out on the pod. That was so funny.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That was
Did he really?
Funny. Yeah. Loom Dart was like, "Do you follow Suyash?"
That's so sick.
Talking about the KCC aping into the coins in there. Told a story about like he was up. I guess Hiatus was up like 11 plus X on something.
Yeah.
And then the token restricted his selling and he couldn't sell it. I think he eventually figured it out, but he was literally like looking at it in 11X. He's like, for the first time, I'm actually selling. Because he kind of waits too long in a lot of these.
He's not a great trader.
He was actually trying to get out, and they restricted the coin, and he was like, "No fucking way."
Dude, fuck yes, Suyash. Let's go.
That's awesome. He's a pioneer, bro.
He's a new OG. I love it.
I fucking love it. So good for him. We're gonna keep picking his brain.
Yep.
We'll get him on eventually.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
after he graduates high school.
Jesus Christ. He's the new path.
He's 17.
He's new path.
Yeah.
But like even more, he's crazy path instead of reserved path.
He's so degen, he will get smart. That's what's crazy. He's such a degenerate. He has no choice but to get smart.
I will figure this out.
Yeah, I've seen him make it back in one trade so many times. But hell yeah,
well, hell yeah, go Suyash.
Well, we're back. We'll be back every week now. We won't skip anymore, and I guess we'll see if anything happens.
See you next
between
time.
now and Tuesday.
Yeah. Peace. Big thanks to our sponsor over at CryptoCandies.io. Head on over to their website and check out their selection. They're always adding super dope and unique new crypto-themed designs, and we greatly appreciate their support.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Crypto Dojo. If you enjoyed it, be sure to rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, follow on Spotify, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And feel free to hit us up on Twitter and IG at Crypto Dojo Pod. We'd love to hear from you.